Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we're back in the hole under the mountain. Hopefully today we will finish the Lay of Rust and Rime, so let us see what King Thorin wants us to do now. Well met, Beriathan. I awaited your return and I am pleased you have come. I have sent word to the leaders of the north and I informed them that you would aid them in preparing for the coming battle against Vethúg Wintermind. And before you ask, I am not playing a trick on you this time. When Vethúg's coming still remained in doubt, I was of such a mind, but no longer. Each of our peoples will prepare in their own way, but I would send you to aid them. It may be an old foe of Durin's folk that comes to the north, but the world has changed, and we have more now to consider than our own delvings. Aid the peoples of Dale and Laketown, and then assist the elves of Felaggoth. King Thran will offer his final archers in the defense of Erebor, and I would thank him for it. Be swift, friend. We must be prepared for when Vethúg comes to Erebor. Yeah, we gotta be swift indeed. Because I wanna finish this. The Lay of Rust and Rime, I wanna finish it today. And we have done an average 4 quests on each one of those episodes, so on paper at least, it seems we should be able to do it. But right off the bat, we're hit with what seems to be a very long quest if we need to help the people in Dale, Laketown, and Felaggoth. So we gotta move fast. And I hope we have enough time today to do it, please. I really want to go to the Iron Hills now, but the Lay of Rust and Rime sets up many elements that will return, that will be important in the Iron Hills. So I want to refresh my mind on them, and I want to get the full story on camera. So let us see how we do today. Fingers crossed, and let us see. Welcome, Beriathan. King Thorin sent word that you would soon come to Dale, and I am glad you have come. I have heard the King's counsel, but my family and I shall remain with Dale along with our warriors. King Thorin offered to protect the folk of Dale within the Lonely Mountain, and I have urged my people to seek shelter in the Dwarf halls. I will not force them to go, but perhaps you can speak to them again on my behalf. It seems King Thorin still harbors a great deal of ill will toward the Easterlings that have come to seek refuge in the foothills of the Lonely Mountain. I shall send word to the Chayasir and other refugees of Ruin that they are welcome to seek shelter within Dale. They are not strangers to us any longer, and by the end of the coming battle we may both know the ways of the other more keenly. Go and speak to my people. King Thorin tells me your journey shall be long, so travel swiftly and with great care. Thank you, Beriathan. So, it seems all those 6 people we need to talk to are conveniently really close to one another. So maybe this will be fast. As fast as we need it to be. Do you see any of these folk closing up their shops? They're not leaving, and neither am I. Oh my god. Some people are leaving and some are not. The usual stuff then, I guess. If what this dwarf has told us is true, I have a lot of packing to do. And it is true. What choice have we? My husband and I will soon depart for the Lonely Mountain. Alright, the people of Lake Town next. Great, we don't need to go back to the Queen. Yeah, some people are leaving, some people are staying. 50-50 seems to be the spread. So now, Master Dagrun. Do we need to evacuate the people in here too? I mean, they are not fire drakes, so I guess Lake Town is not as endangered as it was before, but ice is just as destructive, maybe? So, yeah, it seems you really need to go too.
If trade's good, then so am I.
Ah, Beriathan, you have come at a fortunate time. Lake Town is bustling today. The docks are ripe with fishermen, merchants are selling useless trinkets and odd draughts, and none of it is any help in keeping beneath the notice of that cold drake. I too have read the King's missive, but I regret that I can offer little aid outside a few water skins to the Dwarves of Erebor. As for Lake Town, I have spent 2 evenings now crafting an appropriate notice to send to my people. The words just would not come. It seems to me that if the cold drake seeks Erebor, we might do well to avoid drawing his attention. To that end, I have decided to enforce a curfew. All lights must be put out after dusk, and none but the guards shall be permitted upon the paths of Lake Town until this business is done. I will greatly appreciate your help in posting the curfew notices throughout Lake Town. My guards have been busy enough. Notices are over on that table behind me. Oh, and do not forget to take water skins with you when you travel into the lands of the elves. Alright. So we need to post these throughout town, it seems. And look for the water. The water, not hard to find. The locations for the posts, I'm not so sure about that one. Just gotta keep running around town. And keep loading names on. That is especially helpful with the locations for the notices. They are easy to miss. Some of them. Alright, let us keep looking for the water skins as well. Halfway through with them, it seems. Running around. All right. Where else can we go? Here. Is the inn? I don't think so. Oh! There we go. We make the jump. Ah. Yeah, if you can time that, you should, I think. Talk to King Thorin. Let us go back to the stable master. And ride to Felagath from here.
How can I be of service?
Felagath. Talk to King Thranduil, okay. Jeez. Yeah, we gotta move fast. Not even done with the first quest of today. Alright. What next? What do you need today, Thranduil? Oh. Completed. Yeah. This we didn't check last time. They have explored the ruins of the north in great detail. Yeah. And 5 LOTRO points. Hail! Word reached me from Erebor that you would soon come to Felagath, Beriathan. Both I and the king under the mountain have agreed that it would be unwise to send too great a force of elves to Erebor. However, I shall still send every archer and warrior that can be spared from the defenses of Felagath. If Vethúg is not defeated, he will trouble all of our peoples. It is a long journey to Erebor, and my soldiers must travel swiftly and without undue burdens. I would ask that you gather quivers of arrows, crates of provisions, and straw. Once you have gathered enough, pack barrels and I shall have them sent through the water gates to Loegland and onward to Esgaroth. My soldiers will have to bear the barrel's contents for the final miles of the journey, but it will hasten their early travel. I thank you for your aid. Let us hope it is enough. Ah, well, convenient that the quivers and the provisions and all that is right next to the cellars, so that when we pack the barrels, we are already close to where we need to be. So even though we've done a lot of back and forth today just on one quest only, at least the game, I mean, it makes sense story-wise, and at least the game is making it easier for us a little bit. Come on, move. Yeah. Alright, we should start looking for them. Maybe here in the Hall of Study? Something? Some provisions at least? No? Nothing? Disappointing, but okay. Okay. Now, we're missing an arrow? A quiver of arrows? Truly? Oh. Okay. Here. I'm this, Limbot, please. God, I feel lost now. It's been a while since last time I was Belagoth. Took a short break, a week or two. So that's why I'm a little clumsy on some of these details. Like the layout of Belagoth, but it seems it's coming back to me now. Visions, okay, there's another one here. Looking. Really? How did I miss this one? And the straw, of course, so that all these is not so battered when they are sent in the barrels. Are we gonna jump in the barrel? I don't think so. I mean, if we need to go back to King Thorin after this, I will take the barrel just for the fun of it. That would be great to see where we end up next. But if we gotta go back to Thranduil, then that's a no-go. Alright, pack the barrels. Jeez, this is a long quest. Talk to King Thorin III. Yeah, we're gonna use the barrel. With the quivers and the provisions. And we were sent through Asgard of old. You see? Ah, come on. When you do this, I think this is really close to the place where the dwarves actually came out of the barrel, so maybe that can help you with it. I'm not sure about that one, but that's so much better than just being ported to the forest. This actually feels like it saved you a big chunk of the road. We're gonna use the travel skill anyway, but it's so much more satisfying when the barrels take you a long way. Here we are, back with King Thorin at last. And let us see. It is dawn. Let us hope our preparations are enough, Beriathan. Now all we can do is wait. The time draws near, Beriathan. My scouts have returned bearing ill tidings. Vethúg Wintermind, son of Thrimil Frostheart, flies for Erebor from the Grey Mountains. He and his brood approach the mountain even now, and I have sent as many warriors as I can spare to guard the gates of Erebor. Many of the Dale folk have sought refuge within Erebor, and the Elven King has sent a company of his finest archers to aid us. Thikil-gundu still bears the cold scars of his ire for Durin's folk, but I will fight for my last breath to ensure Erebor does not come to such an end. All have made ready for the coming of Vethúg, and this time, he will not take us by surprise. We of Durin's folk will strike him down. When you are prepared, we shall join with my warriors before the gates of Erebor. The time has come, Beriathan. Vethúg Wintermind. That is a name long hated by the Dwarves. He, the vile cold drake whose frost once choked the halls of Thikil-gundu in the Grey Mountains, now comes to Erebor in vengeance. We have been granted little respite from battle, but we must stand against him or all shall be lost. Beriathan. When first we tried to reclaim Thikil-gundu, we were overproud and greedy, even by the measures of Durin's folk. It mattered not to us if the dragons had been sealed within the Anvil of Winter's Teeth, or if they had merely returned to the Wither Heath. Vethúg had long lain in wait within Thikil-gundu for the return of the Longbeards, and my folk did not know that when they closed the gates behind them, they brought their own tombs. King Thorin I was taken by surprise, and before he could raise his axe, Vethúg breathed a fell frost upon him. The ice encased him, and a swift gust of Vethúg's wings toppled and shattered our proud king. Bror sacrificed himself to save the few of us who remained, that we might flee the gates of Thikil-gundu, but Vethúg had won his victory before the battle had even begun. We entered the Still Keeping celebration, and we left it a broken people. This time, Vethúg will not take us by surprise. Let us join the defenders of Erebor below. Let us go, Beriathan. Time draws short. King Thorin III pauses and beckons for you to come closer. Yeah. And now that we have the king and the dwarves of Thorin's company minus Gondor, these words, a couple pictures. Not gonna take long because we of course can't take that long. Remain alert with King Thorin III, yeah. We of Durin's folk are honored to have you at our side, Beriathan. Many a dwarf axe has been sharpened, the elves have knocked their arrows, and our barricades have been assembled. There will be no rousing speeches or well-intentioned pleasantries before this battle, my friend. Vethúg is a great cold drake, and it shall take our combined might, mettle, and a fair share of good fortune to overcome him. Despite my misgivings, one of my scouts insisted upon remaining in the field. He is a brave dwarf, for he knows that he may be the first to be spied from above by Vethúg. Remain alert, Beriathan. My scout shall soon return. Yeah, there they come. My scout has sounded his horn. Prepare yourselves. King Thorin! Vethúg flies over the mountain. Vethúg and his brood have come. To arms! There's another one. Where are you running to? How did you get aggro of this? Why are you still getting aggro on the elves? Don't do that. Fight us in here. Jesus. Getting pretty beat up. Once again, another one of them up top. Hi. There we go. With a crash, Vethúg Wintermind lands before the gates of Erebor. Oh, 16 million! No, no, don't aggro on me. Vethúg breathes frost upon you. What happened? By some miracle you have survived. But what has happened? Yeah, my question exactly. You fought well, friend. We feared we had lost you in the fighting, but you have survived. The fighting continued for some time, and many more were lost in the battle. When all hope was thought lost, a company arrived from Dale, and the young king loosed one of the remaining black arrows of old at Vethúg Wintermind. It did not end him, but it pierced him his wing and unsteadied him. Before a final blow could be struck, he took flight once more and fled Erebor in fear. Our foe is beaten, the day is won. There will be time enough to rest, recover, and grieve soon. We have prevailed, and that is enough. Yeah, that was harsh. And I need to... I mean, I was with King Thorin at the throne room. Why can't you take me back there? I swear. I should have mounted a goat instead. Gonna be dismounted when I enter the hole under the mountain. Jeez. Alright. Here we are, and I will need to mount my goat. Let us go. This one, on the other hand, was actually quite short. From what I remember, these 3 last quests, since they are the climax of the story, they can go... they will have a shorter duration, I think. We'll find out soon enough. It is over, Beriathan. We of Durin's folk have claimed our vengeance upon one of our greatest foes. Vethúg Wintermind, son of Emil Frostheart, led the battle gravely wounded and shamed in defeat. Whether he lives still or not, he will not trouble my kinsfolk again. Many fought and died bravely before the gates of Erebor, but their sacrifices were not in vain. When the time comes, they shall be laid to rest in tombs of stone. There will be many tales told and songs sung this day, my friend. But where has Karazgar gone? Has his plot now failed? I wouldn't count on it. What do we have here? Runes, more runes, and yet more runes. Alright, good enough. It is good to look upon you once more, Beriathan. Vethúg Wintermind was a cunning foe, but his defeat was a great victory for Durin's folk. When he fled the battle, I believe he flew for Thikil-gundu, the Still Keep, but where he has gone matters not. If his wounds have not yet ended him, they soon will. As for Karazgar, it seems his plots have come to naught, or so he would have us believe. I received word that Karazgar passed near to Ravenhill shortly after the battle against Vethúg was ended. He moved silently among the trees, but even still, Arca's people spied him from above and said that he made for the Grey Mountains. Why did he not come to Erebor to claim his prey? I want to know his purpose in taking that path. So, okay, we're gonna take the milestone and save some time, a little bit. And from there, we'll look for the path into the Grey Mountains to investigate Karazgar. Alright. Are we still using the goat? Yeah, I think so. God knows, at some point we'll need to go back to King Thorin. I don't want to be dismounted again. So hopefully this will do the trick. It's still a long ride, a relatively long ride anyway. But I think we're doing good. We're close now. Oh, a trail of rust leads to the northwest. Okay, gonna follow it. What's this? The trail abruptly ends along the path into the Grey Mountains, but a lone raven rests nearby. The raven flies towards Ravenhill, but what did it see? Talk to Arca. Okay, talk to Arca we will. We do need answers. Oh, jeez. We there yet? I would be willing to take a little detour in here. Yeah, for a dwarf marker. That's what I thought. Great. Just missing 5 of this now. So glad. Not sure if there are more dwarf markers around Ravenhill. Maybe these are all of them, I'm not sure. So let us go to Arca and continue the quest line. Ah, Beriathan, I have tidings both good and ill. Karazgar has gone from the north, and his followers have departed in his wake. When the battle turned, he followed the cold drake into the Grey Mountains. Vethúg Wintermind must seek to heal his hurts in the still keep of old, but he shall have little time to rest from battle. I do not think that the strife between Karazgar and Vethúg is ended. In the mind of one who tames dragons, a weakened foe would be an easier one to break. Who can say if such things will come to pass? Tell King Thorin what I have told you, and the North shall again know peace. Alright, back to King Thorin it is. There we go. Hail, Beriathan. What did you learn of Karazgar's plots in the north? You tell King Thorin III that Karazgar has traveled into the Grey Mountains in pursuit of the wounded Vethúg Wintermind. Ha! Let him go. Karazgar and Vethúg can bring each other to ruin. I will not involve Durin's folk in their squabbling any longer. We have defended Erebor. We have defended our home. If Vethúg still dwelt upon the horde of Thikil-gundu, it is there he can die with the knowledge that he was bested. The sacrifices of Dane the First and Thror have been avenged. Now I must put an end to my kinsfolk's wild thoughts of reclaiming Thikil-gundu. Dwarves of Durin's folk! We have won a great victory, but Vethúg was not the last of the Frostheart's brood. Even if we reclaim Thikil-gundu, who among you can promise that the anvil will not crack once more? The Still Keep and its hordes are lost to the Longbeards. There will be no expedition. It is thus forbidden by Thorin Stonehelm, son of Dain, King under the mountain. I think this is exactly setting up what's to come. Hail, Beriathan. I am pleased that you have returned, but I cannot speak so merrily of other matters in Erebor. There is dissent amongst Durin's folk, and it has not been well concealed. The defeat of Vethúg Wintermind has done much to stir the hearts of my people, and whispers persist of an expedition to Thikil-gundu. I am certain it was not meant to hear such treacherous plotting, but I have, and from the very seat of my throne. You were present among my kinsfolk when I issued the edict forbidding the expedition to the Grey Mountains. Did I not speak sternly and decisively? You assured King Thorin III that he left no room for misinterpretation in his edict. I thought not. Why then do they speak of such things so recklessly? King Thorin III pauses and begins to stroke his beard. Speak to my kinsfolk, Beriathan. I would be curious to know how far this talk has spread. No. Not here. Where are the kinsfolk exactly? Are they scattered around this? Yeah. Below and above, it seems. I had not heard such rumors, but think of all the treasure that was left behind. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why dragons attack. So I think you are missing your point. I have heard talk of reclaiming Thikil-gundu, but it is folly. Have you not learned from our failure in Moria? I have. Have the dwarves? Is a better question. Because every time they keep making the same mistakes. With Moria, with Thikil-gundu. God knows if that will happen with Gundabad. We'll see. But you'd think dwarves would have learned by now. If you did not meet the Pine King under the mountain, I too would consider the journey to the Grey Mountains. Yeah, stay loyal to the king. Don't get yourself in unnecessary trouble. You don't need that. Trust me. Okay, here we have another one. Nonsense! The king under the mountain has spoken, and that is that. Yeah, thank you. reasonable dwarves in here, it seems. That's great. I think King Thorin will change his mind. Vethúg pillaged the horde of Durin's folk. It is our right to take back what is ours. That is too dangerous. But don't do it. Don't be that guy. We of Durin's folk would be wise to heed the words of the king under the mountain. Now, do I need to leave for Erebor? No. All of them are inside. Ah! Here's one. Bah! There's enough work to be done here in Erebor. The king was wise to forbid such an expedition. Some sensible guy, finally. Now, where's the last one? Maybe atop one of these stairs to the side? No? Not here either. I don't see it. And once again, I'm sure that's gonna be such a simple location that as soon as I find it, I'm gonna be thinking to myself, why didn't I see this? Why? Okay, here we go. Thank you. I heard whispering about Thikil-gundu the other night. Not that I have any interest. Yeah, please stay in here. I think King Thorin already has enough on his plate without you adding to his problems. Ah, Beriathan, what tidings have you of these treacherous rumors? You informed King Thorin III that many of the dwarves of Erebor have heeded his edict concerning Thikil-gundu, but a few whisper in secret of defying the king under the mountain and seeking the still keep. No, I will not allow it. The edict I issued stands, and it shall do so for as long as I am king under the mountain. Who could have started these whispers? Do my kinsfolk not remember the loss of Balin's expedition? Do they not see that the Iron Garrison fared no better? Whether we can reclaim the Still Keep for days, years, or centuries before succumbing matters not to me. Too much blood has been shed seeking what was lost. Erebor is the home of Durin's folk. That is that. Nori has been quiet since Vethúg came to Erebor, but I know him to be a particularly adventurous dwarf. Before I can put this matter to rest, I would know if Nori has found himself struggling to heed my edict. Or worse, if he has sown the seeds of a new expedition in the minds of those seeking adventure. I hear Nori has been hunting among the foothills of Erebor, but I hope he has not gone far. Speak to him on my behalf, Beriathan, and learn if he knows the source of these rumors. Alright, let us master back to Erebor and look for Nori really quick. What? We didn't need to... Or didn't I advance the quest? What happened? I don't know what happened. What did I miss? Did I just miss the click on it? That would be so sad. We're almost there. Yeah, I just missed clicking this. Oh my god, I feel so terrible with myself right now. That was stupid. There we go. Live and learn, I guess. And the thing is, we cannot use the milestone to go back outside, so you just gotta ride. Outside Erebor, let us see. Yeah, that feels more like it. It is a fine day, Beriathan. What brings you here? You tell Nori that rumors of a forbidden expedition to Thikil-gundu have begun to spread throughout Erebor, and that King Thorin Stonehelm wished to learn the source of these rumors. Ha! If only it were me. I have heard these whispers, but such an expedition is not for me. My quest was for Erebor, and that is enough. Neither I nor any other proud Longbeard would admit when our days of adventure draw near to their end, but I am not the young dwarf I was when I fought alongside Thorin Oakenshield. You should return to the king under the mountain and assure him that I will heed his words. But I wonder. Nori furrows his brow. Nori had several visitors when last I traveled to his home in Erebor. It was a strange thing for so many to have business with the keeper of the coffers, and they did not seem keen on speaking after I arrived. Nori is a dutiful dwarf, but I wonder if those dwarves have something to do with the rumors. Nori often visits the eastern halls outside Erebor. Find my brother and ask him about those dwarves. That should ease the mind of the king under the mountain. Thank you for the information, Nori. I hope that's useful. Let us see. It was in the Grey Mountains in the north, it is said that during First Awoke, yeah. Nori is nowhere to be found, but a missive has been pinned to the door. You take Nori's missive off the door and you should now read it, yeah. Nori has led a small company of dwarves into the Grey Mountains to reclaim the treasures of Thikil-gundu. Nori, when last you came to my home and made my companions, it became clear that my intentions could no longer remain hidden. I now lead them into the Grey Mountains and onward to the halls of Thikil-gundu. Okay. It is not Thikil-gundu that I seek to reclaim, but rather the treasure hoard of Durin's folk that were lost in its fall. I do not doubt that King under the Mountain chose his words carefully, and he spoke of increasing the wealth of Erebor as a matter of chief importance. After the failure of the Iron Garrison, what better source of wealth can be found than within our delving of old in the Grey Mountains? The King under the Mountain forbade such an expedition, and it is clear that I will not be welcomed back to Erebor as a hero of Durin's folk even if my quest succeeds. Please, I want to keep reading. Yeah, you have always been the more adventurous one, brother. I hope that you understand what others may not. For Erebor. Nori. So, there we go. One dwarf did leave without the king's permission, and it's leading an entire company into the Grey Mountains. And all of this is the setup for what's coming next in the Iron Hills and the Grey Mountains. So I think, well, the epic is gonna pick up where we left with Gandalf and the Book that is, but the original quests will continue this. The story of Karazgar, Vethúg, and Nori's defiance. What had Nori to say of these rumors? You informed King Thorin III that Nori had no intention of defying his edict, but his brother Nori did so without his knowing. You tell King Thorin III that Nori absconded in the night with a small company of dwarves and seeks to reclaim Thikil-gundu from the dragons and orcs of the Grey Mountains. You offered Nori's missive to King Thorin III. No, I would have expected such boldness from Nori, but from Nori? Never! He is the keeper of Erebor's coffers. He is a sensible dwarf. Or so I thought. King Thorin III's face flushes and he seems at once determined. I care not for his reasons. Nori's fate is his own, and may whatever fate befall his company weigh heavy upon him. I will not risk the lives of Durin's folk to rescue him from such a terrible and treacherous mistake. Not least before him, but Rust and Rime. So be it. So, might, agility, vitality, finesse, maybe this one. Might, and more might. Yeah, this one definitely. And the tracery. So, the Lay of Rust and Rime, a new title has been bestowed upon you, Beriathan the Herald. Let us check all this really quick. So, the Lay of Rust and Rime. So we have the title, the Herald. We have a dwarf in a barrel, which is a very nice and fun housing item. Some tokens, which are also nice to have. You know well of the coming days in Middle Earth. A little bit. Doing my best. And we also got this legendary tracery. Well, some runes. Defiant Challenge. Not something that I am particularly interested in. This bracelet, let me see. I'm gonna take this one instead. Awesome. There we go. So there you have it. We have finished the Lay of Rust and Rime, and we are ready now to go to the Iron Hills and follow all these threads that we have found during our journeys in the Dalelands. That, however, will have to come on the next one. For the time being, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.